Well, with all this information coming out, we're pretty much confirmed what we have all thought about for a long time. Finally, Harry is about to throw in the towel alongside with Meghan, because I don't think Meghan has very many options left. So let's go through this video, because at the end of the day, everything always comes down to hard, cold cash. Hello, this is Suna, where I was born. This is our airport. Yes, it's dirt. That city, this is a dirt thing. See, the airport. This is the airport. Yeah, people come here and watch the plane land. Well, it all started with Harry dropping the libel suit. Megxit. Now we know, for real, number one, that Harry's stupid. Number two, that he overreached. Number three, that he really bought into Meghan's bullshit. That the royal family was going to bend over to them, because, let's be fair, they had always done that with Harry. They had always made sure that no matter what trouble he got in, the royal family was there to get him out of that. And on top of that, to turn it around so he looked like he was a good guy. So when Meghan pitched the idea, we're going to leave. And when he was told, if you leave, you lose all your privileges and we can't, and you will lose your tax-funded paid security, he really honestly thought that those were just words, that eventually they would cave in and pay for his security, that they would find some way to fix that for him. I'm going to leave a link of the video, because thanks to Kingsley Schofield and Crystal on the talk show, we've learned more information, because according to them, they believe that among the documents that Harry sent, or it is believed that among the documents that Harry sent to the Queen's secretary, private secretary, while they were negotiating the Mexican thing at Sandringham, Harry stated that he did not have enough money on his own to pay for the security that he wanted. He admitted it, that he could not afford the security that he was used to and that Meghan wanted. Now, if he knew that, he had his math. He knew how Harry's not that much of a dumbass. He knew his limits. He knew that, he had led a privileged life paid for by the taxpayers of the United Kingdom. He knew his math. But he thought that no matter what, they were going to do that for him. Now, he doesn't have. Penguin House did not advance him 20 million pounds or $20 million. He has a book deal. He has a book deal with Penguin House for 4 books, I believe, at $5 million each. He's only written one. The Me You Can't See with Oprah, very little money. And Meghan has very expensive taste. Not good taste. Did you hear what I said? She doesn't have good taste. She has expensive taste. And those plastic surgeries to try to make her look young and white don't pay for it by themselves. That mansion, the lifestyle, because Meghan got used to, in the very short period of time she was with the royal family, they were there. They did 72 public engagements. I think they did 2 overseas tours, royal tours. But she traveled at least on personal capacity for vacations or whatever you want to call it, at least 17 times that we know of, because I'm sure there are other trips she took that we don't know about. So, and of course with private security, and you got to know that when they travel, the cost doubles or triples for security. So they got used to that, and this is why Meghan Markle posted in her Sussex Royal website that we are IPP, we are getting the security, because they were bullying their way into getting what they wanted. Because Meghan Markle figured that if I put it in writing and I put it first, the royal family will have no choice but to go along with it, because if they don't, they're going to look pretty bad. And what we've seen right now, everything that we've seen right now with Harry and Meghan, all the interviews, everything, it has been about hard, cold cash. And the fear that the titles would be taken away. Because if the money's not there, then at least they can commercialize the titles. So Harry admitted he had no money, and not enough money to quit the royal family or to quit being a working royal. He admitted it. He couldn't afford the security. He probably can't afford that mansion that he has. So where are they getting the money? Spotify dumped them. According to NT Lawyer, the most that they got was $1 million. This is before tax. Penguin House, Random House, $5 million at the most for the first book, because it's $20 million with 4 books, for 4 books. Netflix, the $100 million, they never got $100 million. Netflix is not that stupid. This is why this Sarandos guy was laughing when they pointed at him at the Emmys and said that he had given Harry and Meghan millions for actually doing absolutely nothing. Tyler Perry, that coffee thing is nothing and is very little, but as usual, they make a big mole out of nothing. Everything is very grandiose. And now, Harry and Meghan are knocking at the king's door. Have you ever thought why Harry's suing the UK? I have a feeling, and this is just a feeling, that somebody is giving him the funds to keep at it. To keep annoying the royal family. Also with Meghan. Meghan's attempts to land a billionaire have failed. And Meghan feels very warm and secure under the blanket that she too will get Duchess of Sussex title when she divorces Harry. Because this woman will cry racism to all the heavens if they don't allow her, if the king does not allow her to keep using the Duchess of Sussex title, just like they did with Sarah. With Fergie. I always mixed Zara and Sarah with Fergie. Because Fergie has broken the law repeatedly. And she's still using that title. So now, Harry finds himself broke, and Meghan. Because Meghan right now is worse off than before she met Harry. Because at least before she married Harry, she was somewhat a very unknown D-list celebrity, but she was well liked. All her flaws had not been exposed. All her lies had not been laid bare for the world to see. She has vilified, maligned, defamed everybody around her to the point that she's not even welcomed by her Suits cast. Remember the very same cast that went all over the the wedding, we're at her wedding praising her. The only one that she has in her corner is Patrick Adams, who's still pining for this woman. So what do you think are going to do? Because if Harry knew he didn't have the money for the security, he knew he did not have the funds required to continue giving Meghan Markle that lifestyle. Why quit? Why do you think he did it? Did he do it because he thought the royal family were going to bail him out no matter what? Do you believe that the royal family are still bailing him out? Because he's still counselor of state. And I am doing a video later on today about the answer I got from Parliament in regarding to my questions as to whether the amendment, the 2022 Succession Act, meant that Anne and Edward, the Princess Anne and Prince Edward, replaced Harry and Andrew as counselors of state, whether it was only working royals who are now called counselors of state, the legal requirements as to be a counselor of state. I will do the video later on today about that, and I hope you watch it, because the answer I got is very, very concerning. So what is happening right now? Harry admitting he's broke. He doesn't have any money. He's calling Pa. Now we're hearing that Harry and Meghan sent their well wishes to the king and to Catherine, the very same woman they have bullied, defamed, harassed, causing her a lot of mental, emotional, and psychological pain. It's amazing what the lack of money is capable of making people do, especially when these people are used to having that kind of money. What is next? Because they have nothing left to go. Do you think that King Charles will welcome them back? Because we have heard a lot of talk of there's not very many royals. It's too much of a slimmed down monarchy. Not really. They have a bunch of royals. Your requirements to be a working royal is for you to be a royal and want to work there. This is why there's the line of succession. But the press, the mainstream media, are making it sound, are banking into things that people don't read anymore. And they go by what the mainstream media says. And two, they drive people to feel that they have to act now, that this is it. They're trying to portray an image as only Harry, Andrew, Beatrice, and Eugenie, who are the only people available as working royals, to be called upon as working royals. They forget that the line of succession right now, that if you just go look at the line of succession, there's a lot of people related. The reason why Harry is called a senior royal is because he has been placed in that position. But if he's removed from that position, it falls to the next in line, to the next in line, and so forth. This is why there is a line of succession. And there are actually quite a lot of working royals. If you go to the royal website, you will see that there's quite a lot of working royals. But do you think King Charles is making the moves to bring Harry and Meghan back now that they're absolutely broke and they're knocking at the palace's door? Please let me know your thoughts.